We missed Monday. We missed the great Biden, the great prosecution. I thought maybe we'd kick it off with a little bit about obviously Hunter Biden being found guilty, but like also about the propaganda shuffle, as you mentioned. What are
Yes.
your thoughts on the? I mean, I suspect you were not surprised that he was found guilty. But what
No.
about the implications and then the propaganda around it?
The thing is, the legacy media is using this as an excuse to say, "Well, Trump isn't being persecuted. Look, Hunter Biden was prosecuted too. Everything's even-handed, right?" Well, yeah, but Hunter is not running for the presidency. Hunter Biden is not a former president. Hunter Biden is, he is guilty. Although I don't agree with the charges at all. I think that they should have gotten him on tax fraud or something like that.
That case is still pending in California and will be tried in
Yeah.
September, from what I understand or what I remember. Yeah, I think most
I
people.
don't agree with the gun charge. I'm like, okay, you smoked crack while you owned a gun, and who cares?
Yeah, shout out to the correct position. That's a position I share, and I think is one that my mom really enraged my mom. Even I was like, I don't care. The Second Amendment doesn't say the right to bear arms unless, like,
Unless you use methamphetamine.
yeah. I mean, I don't think that there should be any restriction. I think felons should be able to own. You shouldn't lose your right to the
Yeah.
Second Amendment once you're out of prison. I think it's absurd. I think most people agree that it also doesn't say you have the right to bear arms after passing a federal background check. That's also
Screw the government and the whole thing. It falls apart when you think he didn't do anything violent. Yeah, he was on crack. Okay, he was on drugs. Absolutely. How is that any different from using weed?
yeah, it's not.
Do I hear a bork?
Yeah, you do. There's Hucky, come here. The female is at heat, so he's got to be in the office with me. Otherwise, we'll have
Oh God.
we'll have puppies. And I'll inconvenient fact of having a dog in heat is that I'll just put it this way: the male dog doesn't exactly find the hole properly every time, and so you can have big messes all over the place. And yeah, so we're trying
Don't
to
tell
not.
me that.
Yeah. So there's I don't want to be stepping in puddles of whatever, but
Oh God. As a non-dog owner, I could go without
yeah. So I think we both agree that the background check charge is absurd.
bullshit.
But we also, I think, agree that the grift left is saying they're trying, but nobody's buying it because those charges against Hunter weren't. Even if we disagree with them, it is the law. You do have to fill out a federal background check, and you do have to answer those questions.
You should see CNN's main page right now.
Oh, is it like why this is actually a good thing?
This is an exoneration of the charges against Donald Trump.
Oh my
God! Yeah, seriously, no. It's literally.
Of course,
right now. Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
it shatters Trump's persecution narrative. I've got it
exactly.
Let me share the screen.
Oh, I can't wait to cover this tomorrow.
Yeah, the idea that, I mean, it doesn't shatter anything.
Yeah, the fact that Hunter Biden had a gun when he was on crack, quite clearly means that Donald Trump's lawfare is perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, even it fails even on the most basic level of saying, I think most people believe that, and I think that it's a kind of a provable fact that the charges against Trump, they needed to have Olympic levels of stretching and bending.
Even if you look at her face right there, it's like,
please. Yeah, she's like, I'm reading this, but
that could be on the Wikipedia article.
Yeah, I do think it's funny, side note, that CNN's replaced every major person that we've known for the past, every face of the network, and nothing's changed. Like CNN figured out that these guys were worthless, like Don Lemon, Brian Stelter. Like anybody can read their lies. They don't need. Nobody trusted Brian Stelter. It's just he was just there and he read. I think that
I only know him for being known. Basically.
Right. I know. I've known him for Mark Dice's incredible impersonation of him, and also the fact that he looks remarkably older than he really is. Like he looks like he's in his 50s and he was like in his 30s at the time when that meme was going around.
I mean, either of us could replace Stelter.
I'd be happy to, by the way. I'd take $20 million a year to read off a teleprompter. You know, like,
Cha-ching.
yeah, I mean, fine by me. I think this idea that it's suddenly, and we knew it, but the thing is, like, everyone knew this is what they were going to say.
Exactly.
We knew that
they were gonna throw the bus at Hunter Biden.
Yep.
And then they were gonna say, well, this shows that the legal system works.
Yeah, when they convict him of his tax fraud in California, then I'll believe you. Like, that's actually a federal, actually, this was federal too, but this is like, you know, he didn't pay taxes on $1.4 million in income. That
so he has
is
to pay restitution. Poor
yeah,
dude.
well, people should be in prison. People go to prison for that. Wesley Snipes did. You know, like, put Hunter Biden in federal prison, and then I'll believe you. And even
I wouldn't believe him. I wouldn't believe him even then. At this point.
I think that they would be willing to sacrifice him. Like President Joe Biden has basically been covering for this guy for 10 years. And he's probably like, all right, well, sorry, Hunter, you know, he's going to be.
Come on, man. You got to do push-ups behind the woodshed.
Come on. Yeah. Come on, man. Like, you got to just do a little time for daddy. Like, come on, man.
Just do a couple years, you know, you'll get a suspended sentence or something like that. It's no big deal.
You get a $5 million prepayment.
Just imagine the book deal.
That's what I mean. Like
My Time in Prison by Hunter Biden.
Yeah, a book that'll get what do they call it when you get the monies up front for book deals? Whatever they get, like a retainer or something like that. They get some huge amount.
Oh, he'll get millions.
But usually what happens is that they'll get people who do this crap, right? And then they don't. The books never sell. But it's like another way to like pay people off.
No, they do in China. That's all.
Oh, is that true? They sell in China, huh?
We sold 10 million copies. They were all in Beijing, but
yeah, I think that there was a couple of memes going around that was just perfect, where it was like you know, the meme where the person's like in a wheelchair at the bottom of the pool. And it's like, you know, all of Hunter Biden's real crimes are just the wheelchair thing. And they're just like propping up this federal background check. Like, see?
I love it. I love it because it was so predictable. Everyone knew that this was going to happen. You knew it. I knew it. Everyone in chat knew it. It was so predictable.
Yeah, everyone knew that he was going to be found guilty. Also because like he literally was guilty. But
I mean, the crime doesn't.
I don't agree with it. Yeah, I don't agree that
we desperately need to tell more people about jury nullification. Can you imagine if he had been found not guilty?
I tweeted, I think that would have been better. I wanted him to be found not guilty, not just because I don't agree with background checks. But
honestly, I hate Hunter Biden, but I support him on this one.
Yeah, I don't think he should have been found guilty. I don't think just because you're a recreational user of Parmesan cheese that you don't get to have your Second Amendment rights. That's not how it works. Does he lose his freedom of speech when he's on drugs?
Dude, the militia back in the day, back in the late 1700s, they wish they had had crack.
Yeah, well, look at every military in history.
George Washington would have been a fan.
Oh, guaranteed. He would have been passing it out to everybody. Like,
why the fuck didn't I discover this quicker?
Yeah, most, many people in the military use. I mean, I don't know if it's the same nowadays, but back then, they would all use, like, and I suspect that the military brought it in for him, or turned the other way.
Benzos in the Korean War, Dexies in Vietnam.
Yeah, that's all an inconvenient truth. That like most of these guys were hopped up on something. So that's how you dealt with it. Yeah. The propaganda.
I had to kill 12 people today. Thankfully, I've got drugs.
Yeah, thanks for the thankfully opium takes the pain away. I can't even believe that they published this 7 minutes ago. Like the people in like our circles, I published a video about Hunter being found guilty like before anyone else, and nobody watched it. And that tells me that everyone already knew. Like none of my audience gave a damn about him being found guilty.
That tells you that YouTube's algorithm is bullshit.